The first habit of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey is to be proactive. Now, when I was in my first semester of college, I realized that there were 2 types of people that generally failed the test. There was the first kind that said, "This test is too hard, the teacher didn't teach it right, I was sick, I didn't sleep well, or I'm not a test taker, I know the stuff, I just don't know how to take a test." And then there were the kind that would say stuff like, I should study more, I need to find help, maybe I should practice some practice problems a little bit more. And between those 2 people, there were reactive people, which were blaming it on their environment, and there were proactive people, which were taking responsibility for their grades. And what Stephen Covey is saying is that you can't always control the environment, but what you can do is control your response to the environment. Thomas Edison once had a building that caught fire. A little kid came up to him and said, "What should I do?" And Thomas Edison replied, "Go and get your whole family, for this will be a once-in-a-lifetime fire." An amazing fire. It was a huge fire. And what Thomas Edison was doing was he realized that he couldn't take control of the environment, but he could control his response. So he made the best out of the situation. And there is another topic I'd like to discuss. There is a circle of concern and the circle of influence. And many people have a circle of concern much larger than their circle of influence, which means that they start worrying about stuff that they can't necessarily control. For example, a lot of people like to not necessarily argue, but they like to worry and think about ISIS or an earthquake that happened overseas. Now, these events are important and necessary to history, but they should not necessarily take all of your emotional strength and willpower. You should not worry about them too often. Instead, you should focus on what you can control, such as how you treat people, your happiness. Stephen Covey says that you can control your happiness, your work ethic, and how you value yourself. You should have high self-esteem. So, as a review, you need to understand that your life is a direct result of your decisions, and to take responsibility for your actions. Don't focus on stuff that you can't influence. You can only control your response to stimuli. You can't always control the environment that you were in. And also that Thomas Edison was extremely optimistic. I hope you found this video interesting and helpful. Thanks for watching.